Apex, the peak of South African motoring.
Okay, so many of you might not know this, but if I wasn't a professional motoring journalist, I would have totally been a pro boarder. Look, we're talking 360 flips. I'm joking. No, look, I got up to pretty gnarly things, but today is not about me. It is about Jean-Marc Johannes. Let's check what he gets up to.
Thank you so much.
Pretty gnarly tricks.
That's a good session.
I've got one up my sleeve as well. It's the new Land Rover Defender. So if you want to go check it out,
Yep.
good one. Listen, you pull in the crowd. Those kids were like just hanging there and go like, what the hell? Who's here?
Yeah. No, they get stoked, and it gets me stoked as well. You know, to see the kids, you know, just out there enjoying themselves, and obviously, you know, being new to skateboarding, so that you know a lot of the tricks is going to look quite crazy to them, but it'll probably change when they learn the tricks. Yeah.
No, that's pretty cool, man. Thanks. And like that psychs you up, eh? Like if folks are like cheering you on, like does that kind of push you a little bit more to like push yourself? Like what's the like, look, I get excited when somebody says, oh, you wrote a nice little piece about this and this, and then I'll keep using the same words and I'm like, okay, people like this, they go for it. So does that like egg you on proper if the folks are like cheering you on? Definitely. I think it's just the energy of everybody, you know. A lot of us are obviously trying to progress, so if somebody lands something and you know we all feel that, nice, and we all go, you know, we know how hard it is, so when you land something we cheer you on to, you know, keep progressing. And I mean it's like the same thing when somebody, you know, sees a piece of yours and you know they say we really like that, it stokes you to write another piece. So it's like that. So it's when you see somebody land a trick and you know there's shouting, there's boards banging, and that just makes you want to learn something else or learn something new. So it's a good energy to be around. Nice. So it's obviously a sport, it's something that you do for a living. Yes. But like you've like very few people, and like not to be that person, but very few people take what they do for a living and do some good from it. And I believe that you've been doing some epic things and like kind of a lot of community work. So what are you currently doing? Definitely. I think for me personally, wanting to start a charity initiative or just make a change in skateboarding or in my community, that's something I've always wanted to do, you know, whether it was going to be in skateboarding or not. And my passion was always there, so thankfully I could use skateboarding to create my own charity initiative called Fill the Gap. Nice. And you know what that does is it says in itself is filling the gap from, you know, having nothing to having something. So that doesn't only come in the form of skateboarding gear or any kind of donation like that, it also comes in the form of motivation. So I do a lot of motivational talks to schools, in the communities, outside my community as well, and I've been getting quite a few requests for talks actually. I think that's cool. As a skateboarder, and I'm starting to realize this now, that there are things you learn that you don't really learn anywhere else. Yeah, and kids relate to you as well. Like you kind of have to speak to people like on their level, and I think you're very relatable to like the cool crowd. Yes. Okay, that's pretty gnarly, man. And you've got a docu coming out as well. Definitely, we got a documentary. It's called A Kid from Athlone.
So that's where I grew
No,
up.
I'm getting like
And-
goosies. I'm like proudly Cape Town.
and it's I'm really stoked to see it come out and just see the, you know, I've had the opportunity come around more often than not, but this time I was really stoked about it because the team that we're working with filming it are skateboarders as well,
Oh, that's cool.
and you know, they knew everything aside from where I grew up. They knew the entire history of skateboarding in South Africa, so it's like they knew exactly where to go. They knew exactly, you know, where skateboarding started. So it
Yeah.
really kind of ties in the story quite nicely. And obviously going back to my community where I started, and it's
That's
gonna be
cool,
good.
man. And when's that coming out?
It was supposed to come out in April actually, but it got pushed back a little bit. So I mean, that gives us more time to just, you know, fine tune everything, get more filming done. And aside from that, I'm also filming a street skateboarding video. So I was filming two things at once.
Oh man.
But thankfully, I'm seeing the light at the end of at the end of the tunnel, and you know, everything's coming together. So I'm
That's
stoked.
right, man. Listen, and what you won some other thing, like at a club, you were telling us about, like that club
Yes.
gig that you went to and you pulled some gnarly moves
Yes,
there.
yes. I saw the poster for the contest, and it was just it's called the club's CSA Club, skateboarding club, and they hosted a contest at a new skate park somewhere close to Somerset West. And I saw the skate park, and immediately my skateboarding senses just went crazy. I sent the message back. I said, I have to skate this park. It's insane. And I went out there, so many people, and I just skated, enjoyed myself. Came to the contest. There's two sections of the contest. It was a game of skate. So we, you know, a few guys go against each other. You'll set a trick, I'll try and land it. And if I don't land, I'll get a lecture. So I won the game of skate, and then we had our run section of the contest, and I won that as well. So I was stoked.
Oh, that's so cool. So you guys kind of put like push each other up to do like cool
Definitely.
things. Oh, that's so cool, man.
Definitely.
Okay, nice. So you're gonna not teach me anything because I don't think I'm teachable when it comes to skating.
That's
But
It's all good.
I think there's people out there that
Yes.
have got an appetite for the sport.
Yes.
My appetite is for the 4 wheels with an engine on it. But yeah, I'd like to see what you're going to show us.
Awesome.
And look, I'll just stand next to the board if that's okay.
It will just
Like,
be
we can take a photo and pretend that I did it.
yes. It will just be
It's all
just
about pretend.
demonstration, something easy, something quick, and I think it's cool because it's something you can learn at home. For anyone that's watching, you know, you can just
Anyone that's capable.
anyone that's wanting to get something. But yeah, I mean, it's the basic of skateboarding. It's the ollie, and I mean, from ollie you learn for pretty much every trick.
Okay, well, let's go ollieing.
Let's give it a go. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do the first trick in skateboarding. It's very basic. It's called the ollie. And the one thing about this trick is that once you learn this trick, you can basically learn everything else. Here we go. So what you want to do is put your foot here just under the bolts. You want to put your other foot on the tail, on the edge of the tail, and the motion of the ollie is where the tail pops against the ground, you drag and you jump with it, and that makes the board go up. So let's do it all in one motion, like that. So all it is, you put your foot under the bolts right over there, get nice and balanced, foot on the edge of the tail, and you're gonna pop down, drag and jump. So it's pop down, drag and jump.
Apex, the peak of South African motoring.